Hey, peace, guys. So I think the Lord would have me speak on this trifecta, just cool things that happened today. Three things. Number one, I finished the Book of Revelation today, just in my daily reading, and Revelation 1:3 always promises the blessing to those who read and heed what's written in the book. So my eyes were kind of open today. I've seen how the Lord does with when you're obedient, and especially in this regard where there's that promised blessing. I'm always kind of like heads up, Kevin. There's going to be something. And then number two, in my reading of reading through Scripture in a year, I'm on my third year. I'm just 10 days into my new cycle of doing this, and I read about um, Lot and how the angels came to tell him, "Hey, get out of this place. The Lord is gonna burn this place." And the wicked people of the city were trying to molest on the angels and stuff. So the Lord was calling him out, and you rain down the judgment, right? This is all tied together to what I'm talking about here. And then number three, so like a month ago or so, Kim and I spent some time in Florida just checking it out. And basically, we're moving to Florida from Minnesota, from modern day Babylon. And my company, I was working on a transfer, and just this week, just kind of talking about that piece of it. And I had a video interview a couple of days ago, and one of the managers in that region in Florida, he was told me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, can you talk in 2 hours?" So I said, "Yeah." And he's about to jump on a plane. I said, "Yeah, that's cool." And like he never called me back, And it was later in the day, so I was just thinking, with travel, I get it. So this is how the Lord works a lot of times in that 11th hour, right? When we're expecting something, like King Saul, and he jumped the gun. He started to do what the priest would do. And Samuel comes up over the hill and said, "What are you doing? I told you to wait." There's repercussions. Obedience is important, so important. So, anyways, I find out today that the transfer can happen. He was very accommodating, blessed me. He had great words for me the other day from the interview. He's like, you got a great attitude, and you know the system, and I always worry about the 1 to 3% chance of something happening. So I'm thinking I don't have the job yet till I have it. So I'm thinking if we don't get this, I got to scramble and find something in my industry or something different in Florida before we move. And this is happening in a month. At the end of June, we've got a house that we saw like from a month ago. Put money down. We love it. They're building it. It's perfect. Everything's going to be great. Like the mortgage is going to be what we can do. It's just all the Lord kicked open every single door. It's just absolutely amazing. And so on the day I finish Revelation, the Lord promises me a blessing. I get it. I get the transfer, and He's so gracious, saying we're going to look to pay you a little bit more for the cost of living too and stuff. And I'm like, what? Wow. I'm like, I make fine enough money. I'm satisfied, and the Lord will lavish and give you more, right? How the Lord does. And so the day I finish Revelation, I get my blessing. I get the transfer solidified on this day, right? And it's at the 11th hour. It's Friday, right before the holiday weekend, and I've already learned this is how the Lord tends to work in my life, and it builds up my faith. It builds in my waiting. It builds up my holding everything in an open hand and saying, "Lord, up to you. It's cool either way. I love you either way. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful for what I do have, and you're gonna show me the way. You don't worry about it." Like the Lord said, "Take my burden. My yoke is easy. My burden is light." So true. So true. The Lord paves this path, and then you just right behind Him walking in it. It's amazing. And then that piece about Lot leaving Sodom and Gomorrah. See, this was part of the equation with leaving Minnesota. Minnesota is you can kill babies up in the womb right until the point of birth. You can hack up and be a butcher on children and tell them there's something they're not. You can, other other worldviews other than Christianity are respected and laws made where you can pray 5 times a day to the devil, and that's cool. Like Minnesota, the politics and the leaders. Like I know, like what I tell you guys about obedience and disobedience, blessings and curses, sowing and reaping. So, anyways, my spirit in the last half a year had been judgment is coming. The wrath of God is coming. We're going up first, then the wrath of God is coming. But when you have ungodly leaders, the Lord will chastise, He will correct, He will give you into the hand of the enemy. And so I had been sensing, I'm like, as I was seeing these news headlines, and as the Lord was drawing me to prayer, all these things were kind of coming to the surface where I'm like, judgment is going to be coming on this modern day Babylon here in Minnesota. The spirits that are here, the way the people behave, not everyone, but the devilish ones. I'm like, it's going to be bad. So how fitting, on my third year of reading the Bible in a year, on the 10th day in that third year, the scripture is, Lot, get out of Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm wrecking it. And the Lord did. On that very day, the sense I've been getting, Kevin, take your wife, get out of Babylon, judgment is coming. I get to transfer to my company where that's a sure thing now. And, judgment is coming. And to people who may also live in Minnesota who love the Lord, I believe He'll protect and provide for us, of course. My spirit and my conscience was just basically, I don't want to be in the vicinity when the Lord does what He does, because I fear God. I've learned in the last 7-8 years of being saved that the only thing I fear is the Lord. I've seen what He can do, and I respect and I reverence Him. So, anyways, for me and my household, it's like we're gone. And when I sought it in prayer, my wife as well, and we were seeking the Lord, and we're getting that sense, like the Lord was saying, like to leave. And then as we were trying to figure out where, the sense was Florida, where it's more, conservative, more friendly to Christians, good God-fearing leaders. And one of my fears was DeSantis, watch, he's going to go run for president, and then we'll get someone crappy come in, and he is going to run for president. But regardless, like I'm saying, it's about obedience. I mean, it's not necessarily the better alternative to stay here in Minnesota after all that we're doing that's wicked. So I wanted to share that to you guys and let you know to be reading your scripture, be trusting on the Lord, be patient even when it's up to the 11th hour. Here I was on a Friday right before a long holiday weekend, and this is how the Lord has been operating in my life. He will just wait till that 11th hour, and then He'll reveal a thing. And if I've been proper and good and patient and trusting, it's a great thing. And if I rush it or try to force His hand or something, I mean, I'm getting better at it, so I can't even think of an opportunity when I've rushed things lately. Like, you'll get better. You'll understand the mind and the heart of the Lord more, where you're just like, hold on. When you want to like deviate and break and pivot, no, just hold on. The Lord's promises are true, and He is for you. And if God is for you, who can be against you? This is where it's important to remember a lot of these scriptures. So I pray this blesses you guys. Have an awesome Memorial Day weekend. Get outside, get some exercise, be with some loved ones. I hope it's wonderful. Please hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video. And I will definitely see you tomorrow for another video. God willing, if He doesn't remove us before then. Have a great night. God bless you.